Welcome to OreoOlive.com. As you know, Oreo and olives don't mix, but the abstract thought of putting those two words together has enlightened me to create a channel to discuss various topics. On today's episode, or this morning's episode, what I'm going to be talking about is some travel excursions and how you can afford to travel outside your location and maybe travel outside of the country. So this is more of a motivational video to help you figure out how can you get you a good travel budget so that you can start to see places and experience different culture. Excuse the background. I know it is a little bit dark. I'm actually on the road. It's a little after 4. Around 4:50, 5 o'clock in the morning. But I want to make this video because a lot of times when I'm traveling and when I'm talking to people, they always ask me where have I traveled to, and sometimes I forget some of the places and even the countries that I have traveled to across the globe. And I thought it would be a great idea if I can get on here and talk with the people and just create a video talking about the travel excursions that I've done. And I've traveled, of course, with my family and everything. But before, we had kids and stuff, my wife and I would travel to countries all across the world. And it was so much fun just being able to just go. And the thing about it is, we didn't even have a plan. We just planned to go to country, like to one country, and then we would hop and travel to other countries and just kind of go and enjoy the time and really enjoy ourselves. And so the purpose of this video right here is to warm you up and get you set up for the conversation. I'm going to do another follow-up video that's going to go over the how-to. So we're going to do a demo. We're going to jump online. We're going to pick a random country. We're going to go through and figure out how do you know how much money to take, how do you book the trip, how to get your passport stuff set up, the visas. I want to show you guys all of that because it's very important. A lot of this stuff I've learned on my own. And as long as you got a job, you should be able to pull this off. One factual thing that I want to let you all know, you do not, and I repeat, you do not have to make 6 figures or a significant amount of money to travel out of the country. Okay? Keep that in mind. I know people who make good money, 6 figures, more than $250,000 a year, and they have never traveled outside of the country. So I can definitely help you figure out a budget and things that you can do early on that's going to help you meet that travel budget. And so what I want to do in the video, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to talk to you about some of the countries that I've been to, some of the places where you can book your lodging, how to book your airfare, good tips, good places to eat, trying different foods. But I want to make sure I let you know up front what I won't talk about a lot about is I'm not going to talk a lot about Europe. I'm not going to talk a lot about, Paris, London, and typical places like that, because to me, it seems like a lot of people, when they first travel out of the country, they go over to Europe, and that's okay. Europe is still traveling outside of the country, but I want to keep it interesting. And to me, it's not interesting just booking a flight and just going over to London and then coming back. Like, you have to do more than that because it's so common, because everybody has those particular countries on their resume. People normally have France for sure because they end up going to Paris. They have the UK on their resume, or the United Kingdom, because they go over to see London. Those are common. I'm going to talk to you about places that people don't go to, like the Philippines, Japan, China, India, Oman, Dubai, like places like that that is going to be very exciting. I want to talk to you about the exciting place where you're going to actually could book a trip and travel to. And it's not hard for people. I mean, if you look at what you spend in 1 year going out to eat, paying for the high coffee at Starbucks, going to the $15 food trucks, buying the expensive Jordans, buying the expensive clothes, getting your nails done, toes and hair, getting all that done. You add all of that up, and we're going to do a demo with that. I'm going to do a demo. I'm going to add up all those costs, but then when I add up the costs, I'm going to flip it, and then I'm going to talk about what country you would have been able to travel to if you would have saved that money up for a year. And I want to do this because I'm so excited, people, about sharing my experience, because I've actually done this. I've actually went out of the country numerous times, and sometimes being out of the country, I traveled to multiple countries within a few weeks. And normally when I used to go, I used to spend almost a month out of the country. And then most of the time, I'm probably going to will be gone about 3.5 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. So I want to share this with you because I'm super excited. I want people to get pumped up about traveling. I know it's a little over the pandemic, but I'd much rather you have a lifetime memory, pictures and stories that you can share with your kids and your grandkids, than to put your money on something that you're going to walk on is going to lose for value. Because your experience traveling doesn't lose value. You gain the experience. You get to talk to people. You get to share that knowledge like I'm doing with you. What's going to lose value is when you spend my money on non-constructive stuff, things that don't have the value. And so I want to make sure I put that out to you all, make sure I show you. So keep in mind, this is a introduction video to the topics that we'll be getting into, okay? So keep that in mind. Because I want you all to be able to really see this and understand, because it's so easy. Once I show you, it's so easy. It's going to make a lot of sense. And trust me, you're going to thank me like, man, Skylar, you really helped me out. So I hope that you all will definitely get the comments below. And go ahead, if you don't mind, in the comments, if you want to put some random countries in there that you want me to demo or talk about, put them in the comments, and I'll see if I can pick some and do that. But like, listen, subscribe, OrioOlive.com. Look forward to talking with you all soon.